federal judge on Wednesday has once again declared that DACA, or the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, that program is unlawful. However, the judge chose not to order the immediate deportation of recipients of DACA, more than 500,000 to be specific, so good. I have friends who are DACA recipients, and I'm sure we all are them or know them. That's Judge Andrew Hanen from US District Court in the Southern District of Texas. He was appointed by George W. Bush. And he also found in 2021 that the original DACA was unlawful. In his order Wednesday, Hanen said there were, quote, no material differences between the original 2012 DACA and the rule published by the Biden administration in 2022 to transform the program into a federal regulation. As such, he wrote, the final rule suffers from the same legal impediments. Biden was attempting to make DACA more permanent, which was always the plan. I want everyone to remember that DACA was a last resort. It was what do we do with all of these people who are brought, again, to the United States as minors, who had under no decision making of their own power and have been living basically in the shadows, undocumented for all that. This was a pathway to citizenship. 2012, guys, it's been almost a decade. And that's how broken our immigration system is. But anyway, back to the judge. He agreed to requests from Republican officials in Texas and 8 other states to declare the Biden administration regulation illegal. But Hanen did not grant another request to order a complete termination of DACA over 2 years. In 2021, Hanen also allowed existing DACA beneficiaries to continue to renew their 2-year work permits and deportation protections, despite closing the program to new applicants. The problem is this, DACA recipients are still in limbo. When they're not citizens, when their names are still in this program, when they're sort of neither this nor that, neither citizens nor undocumented, they are prohibited from doing a lot of things, not opening and owning businesses, like tax benefits. It's just a limbo motion, but at least I guess this judge is being, I don't know, he's being consistently awful, and at least he's not ordering deportations as was requested by these Republican and Texas officials. But Sabrina, they live to fight another day.
I mean, that's good for now, but they still have to continue to live in fear. So even though they're not, hooray, they're not deporting them right now, just the fact that there's that constant possibility, it's still so cruel and inhumane. Yeah. So I don't know how big of a win this is.
Yeah, it's more of a status quo, and Biden is going to appeal. Looks like the 5th Circuit Court of Appeals to review the Hanen's ruling, and Congress has considered several bipartisan proposals to provide permanent legal status to DACA recipients and other unauthorized immigrants brought into the country. The bills have been caught up in broader partisan debates over immigration issues such as US policy along the southern border. Remember, every time there's a small victory for undocumented folks, there is a massive loss for border militarization and people who are attempting to come into this country safely. It's always a horrible deal with the devil.